I'd like to say something about the power of stories and what I see in how stories can bypass people's defenses in a way that, strictly speaking, apologetics, argumentation doesn't. And when I say this, I think of Bishop Barron and some things that Bishop Barron has said because he does apologetics too. In fact, that's what he's known for, really. But he explains that we talk about the various transcendentals of truth, beauty, right and wrong, goodness, truth, and beauty. And we live at a time when it comes to morality, a great deal of people are moral relativists. They no longer believe that right and wrong actually exist, that there is such a thing as right and wrong. They view morals as being relative from person to person, culture to culture, who's to say, that kind of thing. And we also live at a time when this relativity has spread to the epistemological realm, to use a fancy philosophical word, but just simply meaning even in the realm of truth. There are people who don't believe that truth exists, objective truth, real truth, but would simply say, well, there's your truth and there's my truth. There's your lived experience, there's my lived experience. So when morals are relative, it's hard to argue with people on the basis of morality. When truth is relative, it's hard to argue on the basis of truth. But Bishop Barron often says one thing that kind of just can slide through the defenses is beauty. And so he liked, in the first great series that he produced called Catholicism, he wanted to film this in beautiful situations, beautiful churches, beautiful cathedrals all over the world, with the idea being that to make the case for the truth of Catholicism by bringing people face to face with the beauty of the Catholic Church and the beauty of the Catholic worldview was more powerful. And I can apply this to stories in a similar way. I think that people are open to hearing the personal stories of people and being moved by that in a way that they wouldn't be moved if you just said, I'm going to prove to you, God exists by bringing forth, the argument from contingency or, St. Thomas Aquinas' 5 ways. Let's talk about motion and contingency and efficient causation. They don't think that way, and they're not going to be moved by that. It's too abstract. And yet these same people are terribly moved when they see a documentary on the life of Mother Teresa and just see her serving in the slums of Calcutta, feeding some person who's on the verge of death. And that's kind of what we are thinking when we focus on and promote stories rather than, strictly speaking, abstract, didactic apologetics.